Imagine you're on vacation, enjoying a beautiful day at the beach. The sun is shining, the waves are gently crashing, and life feels perfect. But then, you notice something strange. The ocean starts to recede, and an eerie silence falls over the area. A shadow forms in the distance, tiny at first. You remember a myth you heard once. If you can see the tsunami, you can outrun it. So you start to sprint, thinking you'll escape. But the reality, you wouldn't stand a chance. Welcome back, science fans. If you haven't seen our first video about tsunamis, click on the link above to watch it. But now, we're going to dive, pardon the pun, into surviving the deadly wave. And let me tell you, there are a lot of myths out there that could do more harm than good. So we're going to debunk those myths and arm you with scientifically backed facts that could save your life. If you're new here and love learning about Earth and space science, technology, and more, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Before we dive into the myths and facts about surviving a tsunami, let's quickly recap what a tsunami actually is. A tsunami is a series of ocean waves with incredibly long wavelengths, often hundreds of kilometers long. Unlike your typical beach wave, which is driven by the wind, tsunamis are triggered by more dramatic events. Think earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or even meteorite impacts. Now, you might be wondering, why do we need to know this? Understanding the cause of tsunamis can help us predict them and ultimately survive them. For example, if you're near the coast and you feel the ground shake, that's a sign an earthquake has occurred. And where there's an undersea earthquake, a tsunami could follow. All right, now that we know what a tsunami is and what causes it, let's look at some of the most common myths about these giant waves. Trust me, some of these are not only wrong, but downright dangerous. Myth 1. You can outrun a tsunami. Sorry, folks, but this one's a big no. Tsunamis can travel up to 500 miles per hour in the open ocean. Even when they reach shallow waters and slow down, they're still moving at around 20 to 30 miles per hour. That's faster than Usain Bolt, so don't even think about trying to outrun one. Myth 2. Tsunamis are just really big waves. Well, not exactly. While they might look like oversized surf waves, tsunamis are fundamentally different. Regular waves roll in and out, but a tsunami is more like a rapidly rising tide with a whole lot of energy behind it. It doesn't just crash, it floods and can go on for minutes. Myth 3. Tsunamis only happen in certain parts of the world. While it's true that some areas are more prone to tsunamis, like the Pacific Ring of Fire, they can actually happen anywhere. There's a large body of water. Even lakes can experience tsunamis or cyclones, triggered by landslides or other disturbances. Myth 4. If you're caught in a tsunami, swim to the surface. This one's not just wrong, it's life-threatening. Tsunamis carry debris and have powerful currents. Trying to swim through that is like being in a washing machine filled with boulders. Your best bet is to hold on to something that floats and hope for the best. There you have it, some of the most common myths about tsunamis debunked. Knowing what's false is the first step in knowing what's true. And when it comes to tsunamis, the truth could save your life. Now that we've busted some myths, let's get into how to actually survive if you're caught in one. First things first, always be aware of your surroundings. Like I said earlier, if you're near the coast and you feel an earthquake, that's a natural warning sign. Animals often sense these things before humans do, so follow their lead if you see birds or other wildlife suddenly heading for higher ground. Anecdotal evidence suggests that animals may sense the vibrations or sounds produced by seismic activity minutes to hours before humans notice any signs. The problem is, you won't know how much time you have before the wave arrives. It depends on various factors such as the distance from the epicenter, and the speed at which the wave travels. If it's a very close earthquake, you might have only minutes. For distant ones, you could have a couple of hours. If you suspect a tsunami is coming, your best bet is to get to higher ground as quickly as possible. And that means knowing where the safe zone is. Look for designated tsunami evacuation routes or sturdy buildings at least 2 stories high. However, it's about more than just getting higher. You'll also want to be at least 2 miles inland to avoid the flooding. As soon as you suspect a tsunami, move. Don't wait for official warnings. If you have time, grab an emergency kit with water, food, and first aid supplies. But don't waste time gathering other belongings. Your life is more important than your newest gadgets. Once you're in a safe zone, keep an eye on news updates and don't return to the area until authorities give the all clear. Okay, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today, from debunking myths to understanding the science behind tsunamis and even how to stay one step ahead of one. The key takeaway? Knowledge is your best defense, and being informed could save your life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. The more people we can educate, the more lives we can save. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all things science, technology, and the wonders of our planet. Until the next time,